1920, Antwerp, Belgium. A coach sits with his gloomy hockey team. He stands up and puts on his jacket.
Wasn't easy growing up on Sargent Avenue.
Bonsoir, good evening. I'm Tony Wilson-Smith, President of Historica Canada, Président de Historica Canada.
Members of the community and honored guests gathered at the Canadian War Museum for the launch of Historica Canada's newest Heritage Minute, commemorating the 100th anniversary of the outbreak of the First World War. Over the years, Heritage Minutes have become as Canadian as maple syrup and hockey. 1-minute vignettes that capture some of the defining moments in Canadian history.
They're kind of made for the social media era, even though we've been making them for more than 20 years now. The fact they're brief at a minute really counts for a lot because you can get a lot done and it forces you to focus. It leaves people with one very strong image of things. And we believe Canadians have a real, especially young Canadians, have a real thirst to find out more about Canada, but they're not getting it in the right way. And seeing these little short reenactments kind of opens a door for them to say, that's really cool. I want to find out more. I need to know more now, you know.
Historica Canada is the country's largest independent organization dedicated to promoting Canadian history and identity. And the Heritage Minute videos are made possible through funding from the Canadian Department of Heritage and through the support of donors that are eager to have these stories told. To date, there are more than 70 Heritage Minutes, all telling a story of great importance, accomplishment, or bravery in our nation's history. The newest edition, the Winnipeg Falcons, tells the story of an Icelandic-Canadian hockey team who served together in the First World War and went on to win the first gold medal in Olympic hockey.
We had a mandate to try to make something on 100 years since the start of World War I, and we wanted an interesting story that made it very personal, very ground level in a lot of ways. So we invited film companies from across Canada to put in ideas, and Stir Productions of Calgary came at this and we looked and right away said, that's really something. I mean, that's just a tremendous story that has not been told to the degree that it should and deserves to be.
Bunch of Icelandic boys, nobody wanted around. But hockey was good to us. We're signing up then, George.
The Falcons were a group of men of Icelandic heritage who decided to form their own hockey team after facing discrimination from other hockey leagues. The team was rising to prominence at the time of the outbreak of the First World War. By 1916, 7 of the 8 players had enlisted to serve. 2 of the team members, Frank Thorstensen and George Cumbers, died during the war. The remaining players returned to Winnipeg after the war and reassembled the team. They would go on to win the first gold medal in men's hockey at the 1920 Winter Olympic Games. The Minute was produced by Calgary-based Corkscrew Media and Stir Films.
We took our cues from Historica Canada in finding stories that have another sense of pride. World War I is such a big story and a big sense of pride for Canadians. But finding smaller moments within that, there's something very Canadian to the moments you don't know. And I think that's why we all love to see them, because there is an aha to them that, wait a minute, those guys served together and then they went on to win the gold medal. There's that notion of quiet heroism that I think we all really embrace.
Historica Canada relaunched its Heritage Minutes program in 2012, after a hiatus of nearly 8 years. A second video, also commemorating the First World War, is set to launch later this year.